Hey pen pals, I have a treat for you that we're going to unbox today. This is the Visconti Nikola Tesla limited edition, and if the size of the box is any indication, this pen should be grand in scope, size, imaginative capabilities. It is like it's definitely the largest box that Goldspot has on the shelves at the store. We have to put on, because this is a rather expensive pen, this retails for $7,800 on the website, so we should give it the white glove treatment. And let's open this up here. We got some foam, and I appreciate that this is just foam and not styrofoam because I hate the sound of styrofoam. First thing that we notice right off the bat is a card that comes with the pen. It states the edition of the pen as well as the edition number, which is 34 of 88 pieces. So there was only 88 of the fountain pens made in this particular limited edition, and this one is numbered 34, which should be, the number should be somewhere on the pen, and we'll take a look at that too. But it also tells you some important information that it is a double reservoir power filler, and that the nib is 18 karat gold. So we'll show that when we talk about the pen, but let's dig more into the box. And we got a little Visconti instruction manual. More or less talks about the pen, tells you how to fill it, whatnot. Nice little keepsake to include with this amazing packaging. The top of the foam here has the pen tucked in its own slot, so when you open this up, should you be purchasing this $7,800 retail pen, yeah, just make sure you don't toss that out with everything else here. But what's inside, we should definitely take a look at first, which is a cage-like apparatus. It's supposed to be reminiscent of the Tesla coil, which is one of Nikola Tesla's inventions. Let me get this out. Just pull it straight out vertically. It's protected by more foam in the box. Set that down here. Box off to the side. Okay. So now that we've unboxed all of the components to the Nikola Tesla limited edition pen, what do we do with all of it? The pen actually interacts with the presentation display in a really interesting and electrifying sort of way. So the pen itself is made using this resin that I think is like enamel coated as well. So it's like a translucent blue resin that's enamel coated in purple. So it's multi-layered, but still you could kind of see that light wants to go through it. It's not completely opaque. And there's a reason for that, is that the open ends are on the bottom and cap finial, that they would allow light then to come through and create this impressive effect using this particular stand. So we're going to put the pen on the stand, and I pressed it down slightly just so that the two lights then come very close to the ends of the pen. Then we'll put the cage on top of it, and then flip the switch in the back. It's alive. It's alive. So you could kind of see some details that weren't apparent when you just look at the pen in normal daylight. You could see these lightning bolt drawings, basically. It's not the natural part of the resin that you would be looking at, but these are the artistically patterned lightning bolts that course through the barrel and cap of the pen, which are then highlighted with the bright lights that are coming in from the open ends of the pen. And this whole overall presentation is supposed to mimic the idea of the Tesla coil, which is one of Nikola Tesla's most iconic inventions, which is it's this ball that would shoot lightning, but instead like the lightning is inside here with the pen. An interesting fact about this Tesla coil type design, this Nikola Tesla pen, is that it doesn't look anything like any other Visconti that we have. It's just really is a straight cylinder with this enamel and resin barrel and cap, and you can't really even tell which end is the barrel and which end is the cap. Really the only thing that you could see on both ends, you see that this end is actually open. This end that has the palladium finish with the copper wire at the finial part here. This end is open. You actually see the power filler knob at the very end of this. And on this side is a clear acrylic with the Visconti V, and then you might be able to peek seeing the nib that's in there, but I highly doubt it. It's kind of dark in there. This is the cap. I'm going to unscrew it to reveal the 18 karat gold nib, which is rose gold finish to match the copper finishing that's on the grip section and the barrel ring, and also on the rings that are on the forward and rear part of the pen. And you would think that this is, okay, maybe a cartridge converter filler, but this actually, they put a compact, almost like portable version of Visconti's power filler in this pen. So it does operate like a plunger filler, which will be interesting. We'll try it out. So in order to fill this pen, we need some ink. Since it is not a cartridge converter type pen, we would need to have a bottle of ink handy, of which I have Visconti turquoise. I figured it's a nice light blue to go along with that blue lightning that's on the barrel of the pen. So we're going to try to fill this pen and not get any ink on my gloves. So a paper towel, put the bottle of ink on here. So like we do with most vac fillers, we'll extend out the piston rod, and it operates with one hand. So we'll then dip the nib into the ink. Yep. Now we did get ink inside the chamber. You can see from the ink window that it's about half full right now, which, I mean, for purposes of demonstration, let's keep it at that. Although we have like tricks on how you could get it even more filled, more fully filled than that. But I mean, we're just here to just test it out. So let's clean off the grip section. Okay, then we assemble the pen back together. This is the cap, and this is the body. Oh, I did get a little bit of ink on my glove. Inky fingers. As you would see from the filling and writing aspect, the Nikola Tesla is what you would expect of a really high caliber Visconti pen. 18 karat gold nib, writes really nice smoothly, has a little bit of like a responsive, little bit of a bounciness to it. And the filling mechanism works pretty well, fills up with probably like less than I would imagine a standard vacuum filler would be like. So, probably like more like you would expect a standard cartridge converter. So not like a ton of ink in here, but, overall, it's not a very ergonomically designed pen. I'm wearing gloves while writing with it, so that on top of the metal grip section, not exactly like the easiest to hold on to as I'm writing with it, but I still feel like I have good control over the pen, and the fact that the cap doesn't post doesn't matter because the pen's barrel is so like girthy in diameter and also weighty that if anything were to be attached to it, it would just be unwieldy. So there you have it, the Visconti Nikola Tesla limited edition fountain pen. Dare you to find another fountain pen that's quite as unique as the one that Visconti has built here in total, like not just including just the pen, but also the idea of it as a presentation, as a collector's item that one would then proudly display using the lights that come with it and the fact that the pen interacts with its intended base. It just is something out of this world. I mean, like, of course, like with limited editions, especially ones as expensive as this one, you would kind of expect a little bit more than just the ordinary pen, and I think Visconti delivers on this, especially with the whole execution of the thematic concept. So, I mean, at its heart, it's got a Visconti 18 karat gold nib. You could find it on a far less expensive Visconti pen if you were just concerned about the writing experience and having an everyday carry pen. When it comes to the overall, that this is a work of art that then you could also write with, that this is like in a league of its own, basically. So, I mean, yes, it is a pen that is over $7,000 retail. It's kind of almost like an insult to Nikola Tesla and also Van Gogh, which Visconti also made a limited edition out of, which both of those geniuses not appreciated in their time, always after their death, and then like also died in poverty. It's just, it just blows my mind that there would be a pen that, of course, like is done in Nikola Tesla's honor, but yet he wouldn't have been able to afford it. But beyond that, you could have a pen that's like a limited edition, unlike no other pen that's made in the world. And it's with such a small number of them made, also 88 pieces, is like an astounding like number that is, you know, that Visconti does not go back on its word and then we'll make like another 200-300 pens of these, that there was only 88. And it's going to be hard to find, I think, a pen that's going to be as like much of a showstopper as this is. I mean, you might be able to find some Monte Grappa pens, like the Tutankhamun pen that they did, where it was in the sarcophagus and everything, which was pretty cool. But like, this is like crazy over the top collectability right here. And you could always know that when it comes to any of the extremely high value limited edition collectibles, that Goldspot will have your back in testing everything beforehand, making sure that all of the bells and whistles work before anything goes out to you, and that you'll be extremely happy with your collectible fine writing instrument. This Visconti Nikola Tesla isn't the only exquisite, extremely expensive pen that we have at the Goldspot store. There are plenty of others that I could also do the white glove treatment and unbox and, you know, show you guys like what they're all about and what would you get for such a huge amount of money. If you'd like to have a request, please put them in the comments below, and maybe we'll do another one of these. So appreciate you guys checking out the video. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this type of content, and stay inky, my friends. Take care.